Please type 21. That is correct. Fine. Any question if you want? Only one person, not every person. Only one person. Yes. Any question? Any person want to ask? Any doubt? Why do you want this? No, I will not like to send it. No. I have already given you a lot of practice questions. Is it correct? Yes, you do those. Why do you want those questions? Practice, you already do the question sheet which I have sent to you. Now we shall be talking about memory management. Memory management is a big topic, and it has got two type of memory management. One of them is continuous allocation. Memory doesn't mean, technically speaking, memory, it's disk is also a memory. But memory management, basically, it means the RAM management. It is called a main memory management. Or RAM management. Is it correct? So one of them is continuous allocation. And another one is non-continuous allocation.
मैंने पलंग पे रख दिया आगे शाम को अपने हिसाब से
अब
मैनेज कर
क्लास चल रही है.
अच्छा सॉरी
In continuous allocation, there comes static partition and dynamic partition. And in non-continuous allocation, we have paging and segmentation. Okay. In static partitioning, so it is static partition and dynamic partition. And it is paging and segmentation. In static partitioning, also there are two parts. Best fit only, best fit available. Two parts. In dynamic partition, we have three parts. Best fit, first fit, and worst fit. And we also have another thing which is buddy system in this. Okay. So today we shall talk about, our today discussion is, we shall talk about static partitioning, best fit available. So we shall talk about that. Okay. Which is dynamic you are talking about?
Sir, 1B you written DYNMNIC. So
Oh, that's correct. I have corrected it. That is all right. Okay. Now, that is correct. Correct. Fine. So you see that memory is a discrete thing. Okay, because you see there may be mistakes in this file. So it becomes difficult sometimes to send it. So let us see what I can do. Now, memory is discrete. It is not like a time. Now, let total memory 100. And location 0 to 99. If we take time 100, then it will be from 0 to 100. Because time is continuous in nature. But memory is not continuous. We partition it into few parts. In the very beginning, at the time of the booting, at the time of boot, we partition it. Now, let us take 4 parts. Let part A is from 0 to 40 size. Size 40 and basically it is from 0 to 39. Part B is of the size 25 and it is from 0 to 64. Part C is the size 30. It is from 65 to 90.
Part E from 40.
That is correct. Who has spoken? If you write it, then roll number can also be recorded with roll number. But no, many people wrote it, so roll number is useful. At the time of the boot means in the very beginning, not when the processes come. Even before the processes come, partitions is done. No, Kasif, many people wrote it, so I am not recording the roll number. Many people wrote it. Is it correct? Yes. So I am not recording Kasif. Now D is from 5 and it is from 95 to 99. Okay. Now, some process comes. Let process P needs 17 memory. Is it correct? What we shall do, you apply from common sense. Yes. Why not C? You see, wrong. Allocate. We shall allocate B. Because why? C cannot be allotted because it has size 30. That is correct. Least possible enough memory. Correct. Least possible enough memory is the correct answer. Allocate B. So we shall allocate B, and from the B we need only 17. So we shall allocate 15 to 17, 40 to 656, 57 to 64 is waste. That is correct. Any doubt about it? Why not D? Because it will not work. So least size memory so that our work can be done. This is called best fit available. Yes, we can start from any segment. Yes. And it is not called segment. Segment is something other thing. It is called partition. There is a difference between partition and segment. That is correct. We cannot use 57 to 64 for any other process. Is it correct? Yes. We cannot use it. It is a wastage. Now, let process Q. No. It is not possible to split process into two and put in two different partitions because it is continuous allocation. It is a continuous allocation. So we cannot put in two different parts. And even if continuous are available, we will not be doing that. No. If any process needs 4, then let process needs 4. Let process needs 6. What we shall do under these circumstances? Certainly not from 57 to 64. That is correct. At any time, maximum only 4 processes can be stored. That is correct. If a process needs 45, we cannot do it at all. Okay? We cannot do it. We assume that the biggest process will be 40. Yes. Reason is this, that a part is allotted to a process. Every process has been allotted a partition, not a part of partition. Is it correct? So we shall not allot. We shall not allot not 57 to 62. Not. This will not be done. Okay? Yes. 57 to 64 is a waste. For the time being, allocate C. Later on we shall see what is to be done. We shall not allot C also later on. But for the time being, let us allocate C. If no, for the time being, we are not talking about how to increase. That is correct. We shall allocate 65 to 70. And what is a waste? 71 to 94. Okay, is waste. And this waste is called internal fragmentation of memory. Is waste. This waste Is it correct? Because memory required is less than the partition size. Now we can allot Q to A also, but in that case wastage will be more. We can allot Q to A also, but in that case wastage will be more. Now assuming that first P was allotted, then Q is allotted, let. Okay, if the things would have been another order, then we could have arranged it. I am assuming that the biggest process can be 40. Yes, there is no harm. We could have allotted from 89 to 94 also. We could have allotted. But normally we allot from the beginning. Technically speaking, there is no harm. That is correct. We want to minimize the waste memory. We want to minimize the waste memory. Is it correct? Process P. Process P caused 8 internal fragmentation. Process Q caused 24 internal fragmentation. What is internal fragmentation? Partition size minus memory need. You see how 8? Size of P is 25 and only 17 was needed. Hence it is 8. What is internal fragmentation? Partition which is allotted minus needed. Is it correct? Yes, internal fragmentation is a waste of memory, but later on we shall talk about another type of wastage also. Is it correct? We shall talk about another wastage also. Okay, internal fragmentation is one such wastage when the difference of the part and need is allotted. Is this correct? Okay. And here 30 was allotted and only 6 was needed. So that is why it is 24. Is it correct? Now, is the concept of internal fragmentation has been clear to you? Why it is 23? It should be 24. It needed 6 and 30 was available. Fragmentation basically means decomposition. But in memory management, fragmentation means wastage. Fragmentation means wastage. In memory management, fragmentation means wastage. There are 3-4 types of wastages are there. Internal fragmentation, external fragmentation, table fragmentation. These are the type of wastages which are available. Is it correct? Any more doubt? Can we proceed? Okay, let us see. Let a process needs 36 memory. We shall allocate A. We shall allocate from 0 to 36. 35. And 36 to 39, 5 is waste. Waste is called internal fragmentation. Process P caused 8 internal fragmentation. Process Q caused 24. It needed 34 4 internal fragmentation. This is 36. Now, process R needs 30 process Q needs 28 memory. In place of 20, let us say, suppose it needs 27 memory. Process P needs 27 memory. We shall allocate C, and we shall be allocating it from 65 to 91 and 92 to 94. That is 3 is the waste. Any mistake in this place till now? One process needs 27, another process needs 36. We have allotted C and A. Now, process R needs 27 memory. What is to be done? Process R needs 26 memory. Process R needs 28 memory, 26 memory. What is to be done? No. You see, A was already allotted, so A cannot be allotted. That is correct. So in this circumstance, nothing can be done. No, we are not allowed to merge. We are not allowed to merge even if it is continuous. We are not allowed to merge. So it is wait. It is wait. Now, external fragmentation. We cannot allot a process into partition. We cannot allot. What is external fragmentation of memory? The few parts are free. Combined size of the free parts. What is external fragmentation? Combined size of free parts. Is more than need. But memory is not allotted. Is it correct? But memory is not allotted. Combined size of free parts is more than need, but memory is not allotted. Because every part is less than need. Because every free part is less than need. Is it correct? This is called waste of the memory because of external fragmentation. When external fragmentation takes place, when a process has to wait. If a process needs 36 memory, at this stage there is no external fragmentation because combined size of the parts is not less than need, is less than the need. Is it correct? Okay. Let process S needs 36 memory. It has to wait now. But no fragmentation, but here we shall not call it wastage, but no external fragmentation. Reason? Because reason? We have two parts free. 25 plus 5. This is less than 36. The external fragmentation is caused when the amount of free memory is more than the need. But here the amount of the free memory is less than the need. We cannot call it external fragmentation. Then we call it external fragmentation. Is it correct? Any doubt till now?
Hello, sir. Can
Any
you
doubt?
scroll down chat box?
Yes. I cannot see this. Scroll down or up? Acha, take wait until. What is your question? You tell me again.
Sir, I have
Difficult to
mentioned in
see.
the chat box there is three processes whose summation of memory allotted is 55. That is greater than the process required by R, that is 26.
You see how it is 55? I cannot understand how it is 55.
There are three partition. G has 20 size and E has 10 and H has 25. So total size available is 55.
I cannot understand it. We have at present we have 4 parts A, B, C, D. Is it correct? So you have changed it. Okay. Muhammad Qasim, you are asking this question?
Yes, just
you are saying that G, H and E external fragmentation will be 20 plus 10 plus 25 equal to 55. Here 55 is greater than 26. Yes, still process R is not possible. You are fully correct. But at present, yes, correct.
It is called external fragmentation or not?
It will be called external fragmentation. Why? A
Because
process
in
needs
definition,
26. A process needs 26.
Sir,
Total
in definition
free
you have
memory is more than 26. But it is in different parts. And no part is more than or equal to 26. It is correct. What is your doubt?
Okay, sir. Clear now.
Clear. Anyone else? Because maybe that you might have typed it. Combined size is less than or equal to memory required. That is correct. Sir. Combined size, Nilanjan, is less than or equal to memory required, and no part is, every part is less than memory required. Every part is more than memory required. Is it correct? Then it is called external fragmentation. I have written it. Combined size of free parts is more than or equal to need, but memory is not allotted because every free part is less than need. What is your doubt? Any doubt till now? Maybe that you might have typed it and I could not see it because the speed was very fast. So you can type it again. Clear? Any person has any doubt?
Sir, can you explain what this 25 here is?
What is?
What is the 25 plus 5?
Dekho, you see,
here?
A process needs, at present, we have parts of 40, 25, 30 and 5. Yes or no? 40 and 30 are allotted. Of course, because of this wastage, the memory was called. Cost which was 3 and 4. That is something different. 25 is a free and 5 is a free. We need 36. We need 36. Nothing can be done. But if we need 26, technically speaking, 25 plus 5 is more than 26 or equal to 26. But 25 is less than 26 and 5 is less than 26. So it has to wait. Question asked is this: when a process has to wait, then we have to give reason why it is waiting. Because memory is not there. No, R needs 26. How it can take 24? R needs 26. How it can take 24? You see, R needs 26, we cannot give it 24. Suppose R needs 24, then out of 25, 24 will be given and 1 will be the waste. Yes, correct. Then we shall assign it to B. If someone needs 24, we shall assign it to B. Let process T needs 3. Then what will be done? Is correct? 97 to 99 is a waste. You see, if S needs 30, there is external fragmentation. Reason? 25 plus 5 is less than or equal to 30. Is greater than or equal to 30. But every part is less than 30. For 31, there is no external fragmentation. Any more doubt? Now the next thing, because this is called static partitioning. In dynamic partitioning, we will merge partitions, but in static partitioning, we shall not merge partition. Till memory becomes free. How long a process has to wait? We have to wait till free memory is available. Answer this question. Let process needs 4 memory. What is to be done? Under best fit available, allocate B. That is, we are basically allocating from 40 to 43. Best is 44 to 64. Best fit only, that is correct. Internal fragmentation 21. Best fit only. If you see the books, wait. There are two possibilities. Best fit only will cause more internal fragmentation. No, more execution. Yes, that is correct. It will require more execution time. Fine. Do you understand it? You need 27. Best fit of 27 is 30. We need 36. Best fit is 40. 26 and 36 now cannot be allotted. They were waiting. Someone needs 3, we allotted D. Someone needs 4. What we should do? We have 25 partition free, size partition free. But if we, you see, if we wait for anything else, then again it will cause huge, then why to wait at all? If we want to wait for anything more, then better to wait, then better to allocate B. Is it correct? D is the best fit. And we shall wait till best fit becomes free. Why not to allocate 25, which is best fit available? Because it will cause huge internal fragmentation, which can be reduced. Is it clear to you? So now there are two possibilities. That is correct. Best fit only is there to reduce internal fragmentation to minimum. You see, which we shall keep on waiting till D becomes free. Simple, Nilanjan. That is correct. Simple. What is your doubt? Maybe that you might have typed your doubt, but I could not answer it. In that case, you can type your doubt again.
Can you scroll a little bit above?
What is your name?
Safsana Jannat.
Yes, guys. So while choosing between best fit available and best fit only, we need to optimize both internal fragmentation and execution. So, or our only priority is to optimize. You see, if we want to optimize internal fragmentation, then best fit only. If we want to optimize execution time, then best fit available. Simple. But you see, even best fit available cannot reduce the execution time, because immediately afterwards, if someone needs 21, then he has to wait. Do you understand it? Is it correct? Yes. Now, if we allot B and someone needs immediately afterwards, someone needs 21, it has to wait. But if he would not have allotted it, he doesn't have to wait. Any more doubt? Any doubt? Any question, if it is in your mind, then you ask. Any question? That I do not know. I don't know which one is preferred. No, it depends upon. It depends upon. Is it correct? I am simply teaching you, but practically what may be our priority, that may depend upon need to need. Is this all right to you? Yes. In best fit available, waiting time is reduced. But you see, Sekhar, so we have allotted this 4 to 25. Next one, someone needs 21. He has to wait. So you should not say that best fit available will reduce wait. Best fit available can increase the wait also, because in that case, someone else has to wait. Is it correct? Yes. Now, now, I think it is clear. Why do you need one more example, best fit only? I think it is clear. Or if you want, you send me a mail and I will explain to you. Is it correct? Yes. Let process P. Why a process needs memory? Because it has variables. Let process P each int G A Y D H 6 1 2 3 4 20. What is the memory need of process P? Can you tell me? How many variables are there in process P? 27. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Fine. Where variable k is physically, where variable g is physically stored. Where variable d is stored. Tell me where variable g is stored. Give me the answer. Where variable g is stored. Correct. That is correct. Memory allocated to process P is 65 to 94, 91. But I want a specific memory location where G is stored. (65 to 65) is the correct answer. Yes. G is stored in 65. Here Y is stored. Y is stored at 67. Where X5 is stored. Okay. Let us see. Variables are G is 6. What is H0? 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So H5 is 74. Not 75, it is 74. 74. That is correct. How you got 67? Biren, how you got 67? Okay. Now, in this, the above are physical addresses. That is correct. It is for Y, but I have not asked for Y. Fine, 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 fine. We have written a program and it has got these variables. And we execute it, it becomes process. What is address of variables in program? That is correct. Why are you writing Kasif G0, K2, K should be 1? Why Y is 4? Y should be 2. That is correct, Roshan. G0. K is 1. Y is 2. H5 is 70. H5 is 9. Once a process is created and it starts execution, it gets memory from 65 onwards. So 0 is transformed to 65 and 1 is transformed to 66. No, technically speaking, it takes 4 bytes, not 2. Is it correct? Not 2. But here we are assuming everything is 1. Here we are assuming it is 1. Is this all right to you? Above are virtual addresses. Our virtual address. Physical address for virtual address. Physical address is equal to virtual address plus 65. Is it correct? Yes. For process P. Any doubt till now? Any doubt? That is correct. For every process, virtual address starts from 0. Which lines? I could not understand it. Yes, correct. I think logical and virtual are the same. I think virtual and logical are the same. Yes. Which is the last line? Write down the line which I am supposed to explain. Tell the line which I am supposed to explain. That is correct, bhai. Because program basically is requiring having 27 variables. Their addresses are from 0 to 26. It has been allotted memory starting from 65. So 0 goes to 65 and 1 goes to 66. What is the problem? Sekhar. Yes, here it is. But later on we shall go to non-continuous allocation. There it will not be sufficient. Is it correct? Yes. In non-continuous allocation, it is not sufficient. Yes, yes. One can say 65 is the load point. Fine. Anything else? I do not know. I have not heard the name relative address. Is it correct? But technical names are virtual address and physical address. These are the technical names. Anything else? Okay, class is over. Tomorrow we shall have a test for few students. Okay, I am pasting it in the chat box, but there may be mistakes. Is it correct? I am pasting it, but there may be mistake. Mistake I cannot guarantee. So you send the corrections on the mistakes. Syllabus for these students have test tomorrow. Students of 2017 batch and 18 batch. Those students of 18 batch whose roll numbers are before 18 MA. So 18 IM, 18 CH will be included, but 18 ME, 18 MF, 18 PH will not be included in this. Can you send the notepad for the last lecture too? Okay, just wait. I am trying to send notepad for the last lecture too. I am trying to send. Wait.
Sir, can you send it in the mail?
Okay, I will send it in the mail. Yes, I was having a plan to send it by the weekend. Is it correct? Yes.
Sir, today's lecture and last lecture also on the mail.
That is correct. No, for the today's and last lecture I will send on the mail, and the previous week lecture I have already sent in the mail. Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
My class is over. My class is over. Class is over. Yes, I have already written it. Yes. Sekhar, and MTech students, I will talk you. May I take your test during the lab hours, theory test, MTech students? Because here many students are there, 152 students of MSc and other departments are there. For MTech students, I have a plan to test. If you agree, 2 to 2:20 p.m. on Monday, I will take the test. 2:20 to 5 p.m. I will take your lab lecture. Is it correct? That is my plan. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So test will be mostly tri-weekly. 1 week test for group 1, another week for group 2, another week for group 3. In this way we shall have a test. You see, I try to reduce the number of tests, but students say, please take test, please take test. Prabhat, many MSc students demanded me the lab tests on October 4. But I was having myself so busy that I could not take it. Is it correct? Sekhar, tomorrow test is not for you. Syllabus will be whatever has been taught. No. In one lab class, theory test, in another lab class, lab test. Theory test in the beginning and the lab test at the end. But same day, 2 tests are not possible. Maybe that on same day, no test can be taken. But certainly 2 tests cannot be taken on the same day. Is it correct? Guarantee.
Sir, Sir, the test syllabus will consist of the syllabus of the last week or from the very beginning?
No. Syllabus for the test will also, tomorrow's test will may include the tomorrow lecture also.
Yes, sir. Like suppose we are having a test on next Monday, then this whole week syllabus will be contained or the last week and the previous weeks
Everything
also.
from the beginning, and even something which has not been taught.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I can give the explanation in the question paper and I can ask it. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because lab test we shall take at the end of the lab. But theory test I will be. Nikhil, you just remain on the line if you are free.
Sir.
Just a minute. Nikhil, you should send me the suggestions for the test and etc.